but the reaction which you are going to study in detail, like which you use in electrolysis, is redox reaction. Okay, redox reactions. But before redox reaction, there are different type of reactions which are mentioned in your book. So let's study them. Mm, so I just made this one a flow chart of all the reactions mentioned in the book. Okay, so there is synthesis reaction. Number one, synthesis reaction. What do you understand by word synthesis? Like synthesis reaction is
Sync.
hmm,
I
in
mean,
which we mm, it's the
Form a
formation
new substance.
reaction. Yeah, forming new substance. Good. It's the formation reaction. Okay, it is the reaction in which we synthesize new materials. Okay, synthesize a bigger product. Then we have decomposition reaction. Decomposition means
breakdown by directly heating.
yeah, breakdown. Decomposition means breakdown. Okay, so in this type of reaction, we have bigger molecules, bigger compounds, and we break them down into smaller substances. Okay, that's decomposition reaction. Then we will study about neutralization reaction. In neutralization reaction, we
Acid and
neutralize,
base. We
yeah,
neutralize the acid base.
Alkalis.
yes, acid plus alkalis. We will neutralize the solution. So acid and alkali, they will react to form salt plus water. Okay, so we neutralize the solutions, and the neutralized pH is pH 7. Okay, pH 7 is neutral. So we will mix the things and we will make them to pH 7. Okay, so we will neutralize them. In number four is precipitation reaction. In precipitation reaction, precipitates actually, PPTs, okay, precipitates, they are insoluble salts or insoluble products, you can say. Okay, insoluble products, or they are also insoluble salts. Okay, so we prepare some insoluble substances in precipitation reaction. Okay, there are two ways to prepare these precipitates that in those inshallah we will study. Okay, from the book, that what are the two ways in which we can get these precipitates, insoluble salts. Okay, so sometimes we need the salt or we need the substances which are not soluble in water, okay, which are insoluble. So for this we will do precipitation reaction. Okay, we will mix few things and then it will give insoluble precipitates which will settle down at the bottom of the tank, at the bottom of the beaker, okay, at the end. Then we have displacement reaction, fifth type. Displacement reaction is
Different.
in which we displace substances, but which substance will displace?
Um,
And the less reactive.
A less reactive one will be displaced by,
More reactive one.
yes, very good. A more reactive metal. Can you all see the screen?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. A more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal. No, sorry, not metal, element. Okay, it can be any element. It can be metal and non-metal also. More reactive element. So displacement reaction is a reaction in which a more reactive or highly reactive element displaces a low reactive element. Okay, low, less powerful one. Then we have combustion reaction. In combustion reaction, hydrocarbons, okay, hydrocarbons are also, they're also fossil fuels, okay, fuels. So hydrocarbons are burned in the presence of oxygen and it will give,
Water and carbon dioxide.
very good, water and carbon dioxide plus energy also. Okay, because combustion reaction contains a huge amount of energy. So it's exothermic also. Okay, combustion reaction is highly exothermic. So when fuels are burned in oxygen, they will give carbon dioxide, water, and lots of amount of energy. Yeah, huge amount of energy. Then we have oxidation reaction. Number 7 is oxidation reaction. So what's oxidation?
Adding oxygen to the elements.
Yeah, the name is indicating it's addition of oxygen. Oxidation is addition
Of
of
oxygen.
oxygen, okay, in any substance. And what is the opposite of it? The removal of oxygen.
Reduction.
Yeah, my pen, why it is too slow today? Removal of oxygen. Very good. Yes, and removal of oxygen is reduction. Okay, so seventh type is oxidation and reduction both. Okay, oxidation and reduction. So we'll study oxidation and reduction, addition of oxygen and reduction, removal of oxygen. Actually, oxidation and reduction, they have three definitions. In terms of oxygen, number two in terms of hydrogen, and number three in terms of electrons. Okay, so oxidation reduction can be explained in terms of electrons, oxygen, and hydrogen. This definition is in terms of oxygen. Okay, that oxidation is addition of oxygen and reduction is the removal of oxygen. But in electrolysis, we will study the definition of oxidation reduction in terms of electrons. Okay, so in terms of electrons, then we'll see that what is it. Okay, then we have redox reactions, the last type of reactions. Redox reactions are when reduction, red is reduction and ox is oxidation. Okay, from oxidation. So in these type of reactions, reduction and oxidation happens simultaneously at the same time in one reaction. Okay, in one reaction both things are happening, means one thing gives oxygen and the other thing receives oxygen. Like for example, it's ZnO. No, it's CuO. Let me. Okay, CuO plus Zn. Okay, it seems simple displacement reaction that Zn is more reactive, so it will take the place of copper. Okay, so it will form ZnO plus Cu. And this is a simple displacement reaction, but this reaction can also be redox reaction. Okay, because see here, Cu is changing, CuO, copper oxide is changing into only Cu. So it means oxygen is removed from it. So from CuO, from copper oxide to copper, what is this process called?
Reduction.
Reduction.
Yeah, here the reduction or removal of oxygen is happening. Okay, removal, oxygen is removed from copper oxide. So it's reduction. And from zinc to zinc oxide?
Oxidation.
Yes, from zinc to zinc oxide, because in zinc oxygen is adding. Okay, is being added in the during the reaction. So it's oxidation. So
Oxygen.
see, in this type of reaction, oxidation and reduction is happening simultaneously, okay, at the same time, in same reaction. So this reaction is displacement reaction also, and it is redox reaction also. Okay, so there are many reactions which are more of one kind. Like for example, this um, combustion reaction. In combustion reaction, we can see that fuel is burnt in oxygen and water and carbon dioxide is formed. Okay, so
Oxidation.
yeah, so this combustion can also be oxidation because oxygen is being added. Okay, so there are some reactions which are like more than one type of reaction. So we can say it as combustion, we can say it as oxidation also. Okay, so inshallah, let's see them in detail. Okay, I'll share this flow chart with you. Okay, types of chemical reactions. Number one and number two, we have synthesis and decomposition reaction. Come on. Okay, synthesis reaction. Synthesis or direct combination reactions occur where two or more substances react together to form just one product. Okay, so synthesis reactions, they are mostly exothermic. Okay, they are mostly exothermic and they produce only one product. But there are some synthesis reaction which produce more than one product. Okay, but the main product will be one in synthesis reaction. Okay, the main product, and we will get byproducts also. It means the side products in small amount, but the main product will be one product. Okay, in synthesis reaction it is also known as direct combination. Iron plus sulfur, this is the example given. Iron plus sulfur gives iron sulfide. Okay, this reaction is between two powders. The iron, we will take iron filings. Okay, or iron fillings. So we will take these iron fillings. They are in gray powder form. Okay, this is gray powder and sulfur is yellow powder. Yellow powder. So when we mix these two things, when we try to react them, we have to mix them. It will form a mixture of two powders, mixture of yellow and gray. Okay, mixture of two powders. So they will not react with each other until we heat them. Okay, until or unless we heat them. So the start of this reaction is endothermic. Okay, we have to heat this mixture. They will absorb the heat, the powder will melt, and then they start reacting with each other. And once they react with each other, then they burn, then they give flames. Okay, so it's exothermic also. So to start a reaction, the starting part of the reaction is endothermic. Okay, and once the reaction has started, then it continues exothermically. Okay, which is written here. That heat is required to start the reaction, but once started, it continues exothermically. So this is one of the example of synthesis reaction in which iron sulfide is prepared. Then we have other various examples also. Another example is of aluminium plus iodine gives aluminium iodide. So aluminium iodide is the main product, ALI3, main product in this. So it's the direct combination of aluminium and iodine. Directly we are combining these two things and aluminium iodide is produced. Okay, synthesis reaction between aluminium foil and bromine liquid is similarly spontaneous. What's spontaneous? What is meant by spontaneous reaction? Don't you know? The child is so spontaneous. Spontaneous means fast, very quick, which does not require any external force. Okay, we don't have to say the hyperactive child to break something. He will automatically come and break the things, start breaking. So that means that the child is spontaneous. Okay, so this reaction is also spontaneous. It means it does not require any external force. Okay, so some of the reactions, some of the synthesis reactions like iron sulfide, they need heat for the reaction, but the reaction between aluminium and these halogens, this reaction is so fast and so quick that it does not require any heating. Okay, but it will produce heat, so it's exothermic, but it's not the starting is not endothermic, so no heating is needed. It's spontaneous. And then there are a few other examples also, like the burning of magnesium. Okay, magnesium, which we studied, magnesium plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide, and the water formation, hydrogen plus water gives H2O. These reactions are also synthesis reactions, and all of them are exothermic. Okay, this summary, inshallah, this summary I will explain you when we study all of these types of reactions. Okay, then I will tell you that how they are linked with each other. Okay, right now just I will tell you that displacement reaction, it can be single displacement, it can be double displacement also. A single displacement is when only one substance is displaced, but in double displacement reaction, two substances are displaced. Like for example, we have AB, a compound, okay, and C is attacking on it, which is more reactive. So C will displace one element. AC plus B will come out. Okay, so C is displacing only one element. This is single displacement. And in double displacement, we have like AB, CD, and after the reaction, all of them will displace the other. Okay, so as a result, it will be formed
AC plus B.
BD. Okay, so this is double displacement in which both of the things are replaced. Okay, so in the double displacement, examples are neutralization and precipitation reaction.
Ma'am?
Hmm?
Ma'am, does the metals in a formula comes first?
First, yeah, metals always
So-
come first.
So in AB plus CD, metal is reacting with metal and non-metal with metal. Non-metal with non-metal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in this one, I just gave the example. Okay, but yeah, AD, and yeah, CB. So AD and C will come first, CB. Yes?
Ma'am, when will our papers be checked?
Good question. Till weekend. Give me the time till weekend. Okay, because I have
Okay,
just
ma'am.
finished checking grade 6 and 7 papers. Now, today, inshallah, I will start grade 8. And I have 5 sections of grade 8, so it will take time. So you have to be patient.
Ma'am, can
And
you do
maybe I will
the
check the.
E section?
Huh?
Can you do the E section first?
E section first. Yeah, okay, I will check. Actually, I have girls and boys both now, so I'll check boys' papers first. So, inshallah, yeah, I'll check your paper first. Inshallah.
Thank you, ma'am.
And don't worry, I'll check the papers in parts. Okay, so don't worry that if your paper is half checked. Okay, so I just check like part one of all the grades first, then part B of all the grades. Okay, then
Oh,
part C in the end. So I check in parts like this. It's my style. Okay, so double displacement, these two are the examples of it: neutralization and precipitation. Okay, see these diagrams. Synthesis. This is a synthesis reaction between iron and sulfur, which I told you it burns. Okay, iron and sulfur, it burns and produce iron sulfide. So this is, it glows, like it forms red mixture. Okay, and then it forms the product, the black product. And this is a spontaneous reaction between aluminium and bromine. Okay, very vigorous and spontaneous reaction, does not need any external force. Now, most of the synthesis reactions are exothermic, but one reaction is endothermic, which is photosynthesis. Okay, and you know this. Photosynthesis reaction, it needs light energy to start a reaction. Okay, it needs light energy. So you're already familiar with this, that how plants prepare their food. They need carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, and chlorophyll to absorb that sunlight. Okay, and it will form glucose plus oxygen. So this is a type of synthesis reaction in which the main product is glucose, which the plants need. Okay, so this is known as photochemical reaction also. Okay, which needs light energy to prepare, light energy for the reaction.
Ma'am,
Okay.
light energy is heat energy, same.
No, it's not same. Light energy and heat energy are two different, but with light energy, heat will also come. Okay, a little bit of heat, but both are different. Okay. Mm, and do you know what's chlorophyll?
Yes,
Prof
ma'am.
Bio.
Yes, ma'am.
The green
Okay.
pigment inside the chloroplast.
Yeah, inside the chloroplast is chlorophyll, green pigment, and it absorbs energy, sun energy. Actually, it traps sun energy for the food. Okay. Then number two type of reaction is decomposition reaction, the breakdown. Decomposition reactions have just one reactant which breaks down to give two or more simpler products. Okay, Joseph Presley first made oxygen by heating mercury oxide. So this is the example. Mercury oxide, under the influence of heat, it will break into mercury and oxygen into its components. Okay, and decomposition which happens under the influence of heat, what is it called?
Uh,
Hmm?
Thermal,
Which happens because of
Decomposition.
heat? Yeah,
thermal
the
decomposition.
thermal decomposition. Okay, the decomposition or the breakdown of the substances which happens because of heat, they are known as, the action is known as thermal decomposition. So we can say that thermal decomposition is the example of decomposition. Okay, is the example. So there's thermal decomposition and there is photo decomposition also, which happens because of light energy. Okay, this is one example. Next page, another example, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, which is also known as limestone. After heating, it will decompose into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay, I told you that whenever we have carbonate, carbonate will always break and give carbon dioxide. Okay, so carbonate will always, whenever there is carbonate in the on the reactant side, then it will, the one product is always carbon dioxide. Okay, so carbon dioxide is always formed. Here calcium carbonate, it's written the common name of calcium carbonate as limestone. Okay, and common name of calcium oxide is lime. Number two. And number three, lime water. What is lime water? Limestone is calcium carbonate.
Calcium oxide.
Calcium?
Oxide.
No, calcium oxide is lime.
Uh,
Calcium
Calcium
hydroxide.
hydroxide.
Yeah, very good. Okay, awesome. Calcium hydroxide. Okay, so you remember that experiment that carbon dioxide turns lime water cloudy or milky. Okay, so what is that lime water? You should know that lime water is calcium hydroxide. Okay, so calcium dissolved in water. So remember these three things. Okay, the common they can ask you in the past papers. It can come with the common names. Okay, that calcium sorry, the lime water is reacted with this, or limestone is reacted with this. So don't get confused. Okay, limestone is calcium carbonate, remember, and lime water is calcium hydroxide. Lime is calcium oxide. Okay, so this is also thermal decomposition. And remember, thermal decomposition is endothermic always. Okay, synthesis reaction, we studied that synthesis reactions are mostly exothermic. Okay, and thermal, these decomposition reactions are, they are endothermic because they absorb energy and then it decomposes. Okay, then the compound decompose. Then decomposition can also be caused by light energy. This is the example: silver chloride. Under the influence of light, it absorbs light energy and it will break into silver and chlorine. So silver chloride is white in color. It's white, and it will with the in the presence of light, it will change into gray. Okay, white powder will start changing into gray. It's not powder, it's actually like they are like they're solid, in the solid form. Okay, small boxes. So silver chloride, it will, the white one will change into gray and the chlorine gas is evolved. Okay, so silver bromide and silver iodide behave in the same way. These photochemical reactions are the basis of photography. Then the next two are neutralization and precipitation. In neutralization and precipitation, in both of these reactions, salts are formed. Okay, salts are formed. But in neutralization reaction, mostly we will prepare soluble salts. Okay, soluble salts, and in precipitation reaction, we will form insoluble salts. Okay, so note down this thing. From precipitation reaction, apart from salts, the other substances can also be prepared, which are not salts. Okay, but they're insoluble in water, so we can also prepare them. But insoluble salts can also be formed from precipitation. Okay, you will study them in detail, neutralization and precipitation, in chapter 5. Okay, the next chapter, chapter 5, which we'll study after that chapter is totally related to acid, bases, and salts. Okay, so you will study neutralization and precipitation in much detail in this chapter, in chapter 5. Now neutralization reactions involve acids. When acids react with bases or alkalis, their acidity is destroyed, they are neutralized, and salt is produced. Such reactions are known as neutralization reactions. So acid, base gives salt and water. Okay, remember, I'll just tell you one thing, that the bases, okay, acid is the, in neutralization reaction, acids are always present. Okay, to prepare a salt, acid is always there. So salts are basically, they are prepared from acids. Okay, acids, they are sometimes they are reacted with metal oxides, okay, which are known as bases, base. They are also, they can be reacted with metal hydroxides. What are they called? Metal hydroxide.
Alkalis.
Yeah, they're alkalis. Okay, or metals can directly react with metals. Acids can directly react with metals. And the fourth condition, the fourth point is that we can also react acids with metal carbonates. Okay, what is the common thing in all of these four?
Oxygen.
In metal, there is no oxygen.
They are being reacted by acids.
Yeah, they are reacted by acids, but in all of them, there are metals. Okay, this is the common thing, that in all of these substances, they are metals. Okay, so when metal in any form, in the form of metal oxide, in the form of metal hydroxide, simple metal or metal carbonate, in any form, the metal is reacted with acids to form salts. Okay, so in this reaction, see reaction of copper oxide. Which metal is present here in copper oxide? The metal is?
Copper.
Yeah, copper is the metal. Okay, so the metal will take the place of hydrogen in an acid to form a salt. Okay, always acid and a metal is needed. So metal will take the place of hydrogen. Okay, and it will form salt. So it displaces hydrogen, it will form CuSO4, which is a salt. Okay, and hydrogen and oxygen will form water. Okay, so remember the condition for neutralization is that an acid and a metal should be present. Okay, and metal can be in oxide form, in base form, in hydroxide, in carbonate form, any form. Okay, it can be alone also, but acid and metal should be there. Okay, to form salt, to neutralize. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the time is up. Yeah, 10:20. So inshallah we'll do precipitates. Okay, you have to remind me that we have to do precipitates also. Okay, because in other classes I finished precipitates. Oh, it's okay. Allah Hafiz. Remind me tomorrow. We will start from precipitates,
Allah
inshallah.
Hafiz, ma'am.
Office, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz.
Office, ma'am.
Ma'am, is gold purified by precipitation?
Hmm?
Is gold extracted by, like, purified by precipitation?
No, it's not purified by precipitation. It's extraction method. Extraction of gold from its ore. Okay, that's not precipitation.
Okay, ma'am. Allah Hafiz.
Okay. Okay,
Allah
Allah
Hafiz, ma'am.
Hafiz.